In the studio in the 210.
Back again.
Dude, I just noticed you have your shirt on, man. That's nice. The alien shirt.
Of course, Area 210. You know what I discovered recently? Tide Pods, right?
Yeah.
You know, everybody hates them and all that. And you wash your clothes. Usually I wash mine with the detergent, right? Tide or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, I had to tell you, Mike, the Tide Pods, man, they make the clothes smell really nice.
Oh my goodness. No, Chica has this 3-way process of cleaning with OxyClean, the Tide Pods, the Downy freshener and all that stuff. Dude, it smells amazing.
Smells good, dude.
Smells amazing.
Lie, dude. It smells good.
You know, those Shut Up Gina shirts might be coming back into fashion. She's trying to cancel Kanye West.
Oh, Gina.
Dude, our good friend Chris Duell. My God, I love him. He does a fantastic job. But he sounded so old when he was going off on it on Twitter over the weekend. Yeah, he said, and I quote, something to the effect of, Kanye West cannot hold a candle to the Doors. He mentioned the Doors.
Yeah.
Right? I just felt like saying, just because the music came out in the 70s does not make it greater than everything else.
No.
Okay? It doesn't. Kanye West, a 24-time Grammy Award winner, right? The highest accolades of any hip-hop artist of all time. You're telling me he can't go toe-to-toe when it comes to being an icon and a legend like Jim Morrison, the Doors?
Yeah.
Last I heard the Doors, man, they have 8-minute musical interludes, man. Come on, man. Come on.
The Japanese fans for the World Cup are goated, man.
They are.
The way they dressed up and supported their team. I got to show you the pictures, man. It's good stuff.
It's been fun, dude. World Cup has been fun. I even watched some of it this weekend.
Yeah. I watched it, man. I watched that USA and Australia.
Where the dreams don't fade from the river walk nights to the Alamo shade. We rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210. Oh, it's the life that we chose.
We're rising together on the eve of the NBA draft. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia, and this is the Area 210 podcast, powered by P.F. Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. We go for about an hour and a half talking sports and pop culture. This is episode, number 603, somewhere around there?
Yeah, 603.
Very nice. We've been doing this for a couple of years. It's been a fun time. Nearly 3,100 YouTube subscribers strong. We're also on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Sometimes we're on Kick and Twitch. Sometimes you can find us on Spotify, but thank you for joining us today on the eve of the NBA draft. The big news in the NBA today, though, is that Giannis is on the move. We just don't know where he's going.
Down?
Shams Charania, Brian Windhorst fitting into the box barely on ESPN. Have both confirmed that Giannis is on the move, and it will happen between now and the NBA draft, which is tomorrow night. We're going to have a draft party over at the Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. I'll be out there. We'll be checking out the top 10 picks of the draft. One of the picks can come from San Antonio. Kingston Flemings, who went to Brennan High School here in the 210, who also played one season for the Houston Cougars, is projected to be a top 10 pick. Where will Kingston Flemings go? We'll find out tomorrow night. You can party with us. Again, the draft party starts at 6 p.m. Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio on West Crockett Street along the Riverwalk, rather.
Yeah.
Sponsored also by P.F. Chang's La Cantera. We'll have many giveaways, swag bags and things like that to give away.
And we have some giveaways that are going to be donated by none other than Mr. Jones, Cuts by Jones, of course, our good friend Fred Jones, and also Tex-Mex Frank. He's going to be donating some things to give away as well. I know P.F. Changs will be in the mix, and even you, Miguelito.
I will be there. I will be there.
Well, do you have some things to give away?
Yeah, I do have some things to give away. They're not t-shirts. They're Hawaiian shirts from the Houston Astros.
Nice.
So very, very cool. Looking forward to that. But again, Spurs picking at number 20 in the draft. We'll get into that because everyone and their mama on social media is saying that the Spurs need to get a power forward. And I'm saying, wait. Do we get a power forward because we need a power forward? Or do we get the best player available?
Yeah.
Irrespective of the position. I'll give you an example. Guess when we needed a power forward, Joe?
Right.
Last season. Did we get a power forward at number 2? No.
You know why?
Because the best player on the draft at that point in the board was who? Dylan Harper.
But you know what, too? They also liked, Jeremy Sohan.
Well, you see, that's what I want.
We like the team we have.
Well, no. I'm glad you brought up Jeremy Sohan because I was going to bring him up, and you at least opened the
door,
opened the Pandora's box of it all. Jeremy Sohan was about potential. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
right? Carter Bryant last year at number 14 in the draft was about potential.
Yeah.
It wasn't about what he did necessarily in college. It was about potential. And there's some players that are in the draft who are 5-star All-Americans in high school, Joe. The All-American, McDonald's All-American team, who didn't do so well in college because of injuries or whatever the case may be. Do you go after the potential or do you go after the position? We're going to get into that. Again, Giannis potentially on the move. We'll start off with that. And then Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones making headlines yet again for trying to cancel Kanye West. Kanye West having a 4th of July celebration / concert over at the Alamo Dome in about 2 weeks. Gina wants him gone. Says that because he's anti-Semitic, or he said anti-Semitic things, I think he sold some swastika merch, that she does not believe that he belongs at the Alamo Dome. Again, why was this brought up two weeks before? Maybe mention it the day of.
I don't know,
man. Something's a little bit
maybe
wonky
Gina
about this.
should practice what she preaches and start helping with the pothole problem she wanted to cure, and also with the low-income housing.
Yeah, do something.
What happened?
Do something.
What happened, Gina? Instead of focusing on Kanye.
And everybody in our chat, powered by Pia Chang's La Cantera, is basically asking the question, do you realize that Conroe, which is where I call home, made the news nationally last night?
What did they do?
Oh, it was this lady going off on this other lady over at the HEB.
Karen versus Karen?
No, it was more like racist against non-racists.
No.
Is basically what happened. But the chats are open. Sam Flynn is already coming up with a super chat. Again, we welcome the super chats.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Sam Flynn says, "Shut up, Gina. Go away."
Yes, please.
Very nice.
What do you call this?
Again, that merch is probably still on our shop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It
We have-
probably is.
It's an oldie but goodie. And then we'll have to get into the World Cup as well.
Oh, yeah.
The Spain jinx has been broken. Since I was cheering for them in Spain while I was there, guess what? They wet the bed. They tied Cabo Verde, which I can't even find on the map.
Uh-huh.
Cabo Verde, by the way, beat Saudi Arabia in the next match. They're on the round of 32.
What is Saudi Arabia's initials?
KSM.
I'm
Kingdom
glad-
of Saudi
Kingdom of
Arabia.
Saudi
KSA.
Arabia.
KSA, rather.
KSM. Hey, look at this. This is funny, man. Greg Castanuela. Gina Jones wants Kanye to pay for the Spurs arena.
Jason Garcia. Oh, my goodness. It's $5 if you want to hear a grito.
No, it's okay.
Does he
Jason.
Money
go on?
talk.
Here comes the money.
It goes, old man grito for all the fathers all
I
out
like
there,
it.
man.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll do the old man grito.
Por presumir a mis amigos les conté que en el amor
There's a lot of pain in that grito, Joe. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And not to the single moms. Jason
Come
Garcia was also somebody who posted that meme about Father's Day is not single mom's day. Okay, just because you have a bad baby daddy doesn't mean that it's a second attempt at Father's Day for you. No. It is Happy Father's Day to all of them out there. I'm taking my dad to lunch after the show, Joe. Guess where we're going? Ding Hao.
Okay, I was
Gonna
going
go
to
to
say
Ding Hao.
Sazon.
Well, it's funny because I wanted him to take him to a couple of places, right? But
Yeah.
check this out. First choice, old school. My dad's been taking me to for years. I want to take him to Little Red Barn.
That's what I was going to say. Little Red Barn, bro.
Guess what Little Red Barn does on Monday?
They're closed.
They close, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, we're doing this show along 151. Let's go to Viola's Ventanas, which is the Los Barrios
it's
family.
nice,
It's,
yeah.
it's a good restaurant, right? Closed. So option number 3 is Ding Hao. So we'll be doing Ding Hao today, but very cool.
Hey, I was going to say something, man. I want to thank all of the listeners that watch us, right? Whether you're listening to us after the show ends on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast
Yeah.
from, or if you're watching us live, you're watching the show after it's aired. But the ones that listen to us live have given us or afforded us our biggest month yet when it comes to super chats.
Really? Well, I hate
Total,
that. So-
more total. The total.
Can I
was
guess? Can I guess?
Guess.
Okay, let's say that we did 20 shows last
Mhm.
last month rather. 20 shows. Let's say that we had an average of $500.
$563
That's not bad,
for
Joe.
super chats.
That buys a lot of equipment there.
Yeah, it pays for keeping the lights on, keeping us on air here. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for the super chats. It was an amazing a month for super chats. So thank you. We really appreciate it.
And thank you to all of those who watch in the late nights and things like that. We see the numbers come in as the day goes on. We have 34 people watching live right now. Hit the like button on the bottom left. That really helps us out when it comes to things. The NBA draft is tomorrow night. Again, our party's going to get going at the Hard Rock Cafe. Yes, I will be there at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Spurs pick at number 20. We'll get to where the Spurs are picking when it comes to it all. But the big news of the day, Shams Charania of ESPN reporting that Giannis is on the move. And more than likely will stay in the Eastern Conference and more than likely will either play with Bam Adebayo over with the Miami Heat or play with Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Yeah. It looks like Boston is offering Jaylen Brown, who's an all-NBA player, for Giannis, along with other things. There's salary filler, there's draft picks involved and things like that. Joe, are you excited by any of these places? Because I will tell you this much. I believe that if he makes his way to Boston, don't even worry about the Knicks anymore. It'll be about Boston because Giannis and Tatum together with Derek White and all the other defensive players out there would be the number one team to play in the Eastern Conference next season.
Yeah.
I am not a Bam Adebayo guy. I know he went off for over 80 points in that one game. It was all free throws for crying out loud.
Yeah, most of it was, yeah.
I'm not a Bam guy. I don't see him as being elite. He's a very good player, but I don't see him as being elite. Not worried about Giannis in Miami. But I hear apparently we have sound from Get Up this morning on ESPN.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and play this. This is Shams Charania actually talking about the Giannis trade.
Greeny, sources tell me a trade and a resolution is coming for the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo before the NBA draft on Tuesday night. The Bucks are in serious conversations with two finalists, the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. Both teams are Giannis's preferred trade destinations, but both of these packages are different deals. The variance of these deals is dramatic. With Boston, it's Jaylen Brown-led package. It's around a veteran player, obviously a superstar caliber player. In Miami, it's a group of cost-controlled players, rookie-scale contracts, significant draft capital in that deal. And so I do want to make this clear, though. Whichever deal occurs, whether it's today or tomorrow, it is going to be a one-to-one deal. It's going to consist of Milwaukee and likely one of these two teams, and that's how it's going to be. There's no third team, fourth team in any construct right now. Now, the sides could leave this open. Remember, when Kevin Durant was traded a year ago in June, it ended up just being, it ended with those two teams, but it turned into 7 total teams by the end of the offseason. And so that could certainly happen here. But these have been intense negotiations. We know the Giannis situation is gone on for about 13 months now. The Bucks engaged in conversation at the deadline. They've been open for business since the draft combine in May. They've narrowed in on these two teams right now. Giannis, my understanding right now, he is ready to be traded, either Boston, either Miami, and we'll see what happens over the next 24.
And there you go.
Okay, that's Shams Charania on ESPN's Get Up. Here's the thing. The question for Milwaukee, and I'm glad Milwaukee is trading Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis brought them an NBA title. Giannis is also somebody who's made all NBA teams, countless all-star teams. He's been the face of that franchise for the better part of a decade. He's paid his dues. Do you know what I fear, Joe?
What?
Spurs are going to be in this same situation in about 7 years.
With who?
With Wemby.
You think so? Why?
Wemby's going to play his 8 seasons with the Spurs and then has the ability to bounce because the Spurs, whenever you draft a first-round draft pick, they say it's a 4-year deal, but it's really an 8-year deal, right? Unless you extend them early like they're doing with Wemby. They could become a free agent at the end of the second contract. And Giannis, he's more valuable now in June before the draft than say, okay, we're going to hold on to him until the trade deadline. Because what happens if he gets hurt again?
That's the thing with Giannis, though, Mike. He instantly makes the team better, right?
Right.
And I would dare say on a team like Miami or a team like the Celtics, they're going to be talked about or in the conversation for winning a chip, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, what do you always tell me? The best ability
His availability.
and what happens with Giannis a lot of times he's injured.
Well, he does get hurt from time to time, but man, he has a contract that has 2 years left on it. 1 year for this year, and then a player option for the following year. $58.5 million this year, almost $63 million for the final season. So really, he can bounce after 1 year.
Yeah, he
So
can.
whoever's getting him needs to have the understanding that it's a 1 year deal.
It's a rental.
It's a rental.
Yeah.
But with the idea of we're going to try to show you some love so that we can keep you here. But it's interesting the pathway that Milwaukee has here. Do they covet the picks or do they covet the player? Because Jaylen Brown's no joke.
No, he's a good player, but if you're
Do you want the picks or do you want Jaylen Brown?
if you're the Milwaukee Bucks and if you get Jaylen Brown, how happy is he going to be with your team?
Probably not very, because he thought that he was the man
Right?
after Tatum went down with that injury.
Doesn't he want to play for what? A chip, right?
Right.
That's the consensus. With Boston, he had that opportunity. With the Milwaukee Bucks, he does not.
Well, look at it this way, Joe. I'm looking at the career highlights of Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, an NBA champion in 2024, was the Finals MVP that year. Think about that, Joe. He was the Finals MVP 2 years ago, and the Celtics are looking at shipping him out.
Yeah.
A guy has made 5 All-NBA teams, or 2 All-NBA second teams. He was All-Rookie team as well, 5-time All-Star, on path to be a future Hall of Famer, and will still be a star if he goes to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But that is interesting that they found him to be gettable. You know, Spurs fans are like, no way we can trade Castle. He's untouchable. Jaylen Brown, 5-time All-Star, Finals MVP 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The Celtics are like, Brad Stevens and all those guys are like, guess what? You can get him for Giannis.
Yeah. What they say, you give us Giannis and what's his name? Gone.
Gone. Only 2 untouchables on the Spurs right now, Joe. Only 2. It's Wemby and Harper.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2. Everybody else, I don't care if you go get them.
Oh,
I don't
man.
care.
I don't know. Vassell, I think, would be one of these things that you
No,
want to keep.
Vassell's salary filler, man. $29 million a year. He can
He's
facilitate
the
a
glue
big
of the
trade.
team, though, man.
You can get glue elsewhere, man. Just go to the store.
Oh, my.
Go to the store, get some more glue.
No.
But it's interesting, you know, Miami's there going, we got the picks. But as our good friend Chris Leha likes to say, F them picks. Right? He's like, give me some players. And that's why I'm looking at it when it comes to the Spurs tomorrow night at number 20 in the draft. Is why is everybody like, you got to get a power forward? The Spurs need a power forward.
You know why? Because of OG Anunoby.
Well, right. But do you really think those who are Spurs fans out there, right? I'm a huge Spurs fan. You know that, Joe. I am under no belief that whoever we get at number 20 is going to be a starting power forward next year for the Spurs.
Oh, no.
Not at all.
at 20. And if you get somebody at 20, it's a project player. But you got to look at it this way, too, Mike. This year's draft is a lot
Strong.
deeper than the previous season.
Right. So 20 this year is like 15, 14
Yeah.
in any other draft.
It's still you still get quality at that 20th pick, but the Spurs are going to either have to draft for what? Best available player, or you're going to draft for need. If you want to draft for need, you can get rid of the 20th pick and move down and draft for need. If you're at that 20th pick, more than likely the scenario that's going to play out is you're going to draft the best available player. And if the best available player is what? Another shooting guard?
Well,
I mean,
I think you can go 3, 4, and 5, Joe. I think you can get another 3 because there's nothing to say that Champagne is going to be around forever.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's a slasher, Joe, a 3 and D guy, wouldn't mind. If it's a setter who can bang bodies, I wouldn't mind. I think you're right, Joe. We can't really be drafting 1s and 2s because if they do pan out, what are we gonna do with them?
There's no room.
There's no room, right? So we got to get that plunger out there and go. Okay, we got to go get a 3, 4, and 5, but it doesn't have to be a 4, is what I'm saying.
It doesn't, but I mean, ideally, you would want it because Spurs fans know that they just got murdered inside the paint by OG Anunoby in the finals. Spurs had no answer for him. Spurs need a little bit of size. They run a small ball lineup most of the time, gets them in trouble because they lack the size to go ahead and get that rebound. And that's what kills them against the series against OKC, Minnesota, even the Knicks. The second, third chance opportunities the other team had.
100% agree.
You know?
But guess what? We don't need to get that through the draft, Joe.
No, you don't.
Joe, not to quote that awful TV show Friends, it's time for the Spurs and Spurs fans to pivot. Why are we pivoting, Joe?
Why?
Because we don't have to draft for need anymore, Joe. We don't have to draft for anything other than the fact that we just need to get some quality players in this place because the team is already assembled.
It is. And like anybody that you're going to get in the draft, they're going to be project players. And they're either going to do one of two things, Mike.
Yeah.
They're going to pan out or they're not.
Right. Oh, look at the last Greg Castanuela with his comment right here. It says Spurs can't afford another guaranteed rookie contract.
No.
Because if you get a player from the Spurs on the first round, if you get them in the first round, that's guaranteed a 3-year deal with a 4-year team option on that. Right? That's an automatic spot on the roster. We have to pay Wemby this year, signing a 5-year, $250-some-odd million deal with incentives over $300 million.
Yeah.
You got to pay Castle at some point. You got to pay Harper at some point. And Fox's deal's already kicking in right now. So you have to understand that getting these guaranteed deals might not be a thing.
It could be a detriment to the team. What is another scenario? What if the Spurs trade
it
away
out?
the pick?
And you know what?
For future picks.
I would be happy with that, Joe.
Yeah.
Trading it out like the
2032. Here we
well, we already have one in 2032.
No,
that's
I'm just
that's
saying,
Sacramento pick, right? Of the swap.
That's what we'd be looking at.
Well, we have that 1 year. I think it's 2030, if I'm not mistaken, where we have the best of Minnesota, Dallas, or San Antonio. We get the best of the three.
Yeah.
So I guess the argument I'm trying to make, Joe, is that Spurs fans have been under the impression of we have to rebuild this team. We have to rebuild this
No,
team.
you
It's already
don't.
been built.
Yeah.
We have Wemby, Castle, Harper. We have Fox. We have Keldon. We have Vassell.
We could use some upgrades.
Right. But guess what that is, Joe? That's not through the draft. That's through free agency. So the idea that the spread, and by the way, a lot of rumors on ESPN.com this weekend, a lot of other places saying that there are some big guys, big men in the NBA who want to play for who, Joe?
San Anto.
San Anto. They want to come to the 210. They feel that they might be that missing piece, maybe a Bobby Portis type of player who can kind of fit in and complete the roster.
Are you kidding me, man? Look at this. This is big news if this is true. Texas Latina says, Joe, Silver Dancers are returning. Tell your daughter. My daughter absolutely loved the Silver Dancers.
I didn't mind them.
My daughter loved them because when we'd go to the arena together and I would take her just daddy-daughter date night,
Yeah.
and we would go so often that the dancers started recognizing me and my daughter, and they would also make sure they would tell her hi when we go through the main entrance, and she just loved them.
The press release just issued by the Spurs. I have it on my screen here. If you can share.
Yeah.
Our good friend Carl Schoening, you can follow him at On the Air Carl, saying the San Antonio Spurs, this is a news release from the Spurs saying they expand in-game entertainment for the 26-27 season with the return of the Silver Dancers. So they announced their expansion of their in-game entertainment, that they will join the Hoop Hype Squad as part of a dynamic entertainment team designed to elevate the game day experience and connect fans in the arena and throughout the community. Good for them.
That's by Carl Schoening.
Yeah, Carl Schoening just tweeted that out there right now. It's a whole press release.
Wow.
And there's a quote from Spurs Vice President of Marketing, Jordan Mandelkorn. He says, we're looking for ways to make the Spurs game day experience more exciting and engaging to our fans. The Silver Dancers and Hype Squad each bring their own energy, skill set, and connection to our fans. And we're excited to expand our entertainment lineup in a way that reflects the spirit of the Spurs, both on the court and with the community.
You know what? Maybe they listen to the fans, right? And they listen to our podcast too, because we talked about that. And we were saying that it wasn't that, they complain sometimes against the way that they were dressed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like the way they're dressed, you can change that. You can change the outfit. But the thing was, it's what they stood for, right? When you go in there, how welcoming they were, the stuff they would do for the community, the fans loved them. They were a staple at the games.
They were.
And,
this is part of the issue when it comes to paying them. That's the problem. People ask the question, why are cheerleaders not with all the major franchises, whether it be the NFL or the even the Astros have cheerleaders. They're in between innings, right? Why did they get away from cheerleaders? Because they refuse to pay them a salary, Joe. You can't just say we're going to give you hair care products and pedicures and manicures as compensation.
It was like something that you add to your resume, right? Just like a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, right?
Joe,
that hey, I was a Cowboy cheerleader, or hey, I was a Silver Dancer, but
that is
beyond that, exactly. So a lot of these gals that do this, and it's a lot of work, Mike.
Oh yeah,
mind you,
they have time.
They have to wake up early. They have to go out there and they have to work out. They have to go ahead and do their choreography and all that, right? Practice and all that. Plus, they also have to go to their normal job, right? They're 9 to 5. So that's a lot on your plate, right?
and be available to the Spurs when they need it. You don't know the playoffs if they're going to
Exactly,
make
man.
the playoffs. It is it's different, man. You know, you can't say back in the day, Joe, when I worked at KSAT, I was an intern for 3 years, man. I worked there for free. They paid me in the form of Bill Millers, man. They paid me in the form of McDonald's over there, where I worked there and just to learn the business. You can't do that anymore. You can't be an unpaid intern.
Yeah.
And the thing is that if the Spurs are bringing back the Silver Dancers, that's their way of saying we're going to actually pay them.
You know, I just had a thought right now. What if the Spurs bringing back the Silver Dancers signals the end for what?
Who's the hype squad?
No, the Jackals.
The Jackals. Wow.
You can't afford them both, right? Like what are you going to do with everybody, right?
No, you get the pom poms. Ole,
Well, I mean,
ole,
yeah,
ole,
but I'm
ole.
saying when it comes to afford, not that they're paying for them or whatever, it's more the marketing part aspect of
Right.
things. Who's more marketable?
Well, the Silver Dancers are. By the way, Tony Ronaldo is saying that we need a Silver Dancer who can play the 4 or the 5. We need a stretch 5.
And I'm not saying that I want the Jackals gone. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if they're bringing back the Silver Dancers, what's going to happen with the Jackals?
Exactly. We're going to talk about the mock draft in a second, but Jason Garcia already coming in with a $2 super chat. Says he wants the dog grito.
Here comes the money.
The dog grito for the Silver Dancers coming back.
All right. Well, you get the dog grito then. That's big news here in San Anto, man.
It is.
Return of the Silver Dancers for next season.
Nice.
I like it.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Love the dog in the background.
You know what? They're bringing back the Silver Dancers. I might have to go and look to get my my package, right? My season ticket package
Yeah.
for weekends only.
Remember, he can't sell the tickets.
No, I don't
Cancel
want
the
to.
tickets in the playoffs.
I don't want to.
By the way, you see the Oklahoma City Thunder did a trade yesterday. They got rid of Wiggins. Now it's Aaron Wiggins, not the other Wiggins that we've known over the years. But they got rid of him. Why, Joe?
What?
They needed to clear up some space because of the luxury tax. They're over $200 million over the luxury tax.
No.
This gets them to the 150 range. Oklahoma City has 2 first rounders tomorrow, right? Number 12 and 17, if I'm not mistaken. The odds of them picking both players, Joe, very remote. Why?
Yeah.
There's only so many you don't want to have so many guaranteed contracts.
No.
And they have 14 players on the roster already, Joe.
No.
14. You allow 15. You got 2 first round draft picks. So that means that OKC is going to be on the move. Maybe they package them up. Maybe they say, hey, take my 14 or 12 and 17.
Yeah.
Give me the 9. Maybe that's a possibility. But ESPN.com released its final mock draft today. And they have the Spurs taking a small forward at number 20, Dalen Swain of the University of Texas, Joe.
Where are you seeing that, Mike? Are you seeing that?
ESPN.com. It's on
Okay.
my screen. ESPN.com says the Spurs might be taking Dalen Swain. Says other finalists to be in contention for the Spurs are Chris Senak and Jaden Quaintance. Drawing consideration. Here's the thing. Other players that are also in that range right there, like Alan Graves from Santa Clara, I wouldn't mind as well. These are stretch 4 type of guys. Let me ask you about Jaden Quaintance. Jaden Quaintance is interesting, Joe, because he played only 4 games last season. You talk about the best availability being availability. Jaden Quaintance played for Kentucky last season just 4 games, but he had an injury. But this is a guy who played 1 season, I believe it was with Arizona for 1 year, goes on over to Kentucky through the transfer portal, does what? Does nothing but get hurt. But this is a guy who's 6'10", power forward, can shoot the ball, can rebound, was a 5-star All-American athlete coming out of high school. Do you roll the dice on potential at 20?
No.
Because I think you do. I think you do. Why would you want to have somebody with a high ceiling
Mm-hmm.
or a high floor? Which one's better for you? I'll give you an example. A high floor could be like I don't know. A high floor is kind of like Carter Bryant, right? You know he's not going to suck in the NBA. He's going to be a decent player.
Yeah.
But we don't know exactly what his ceiling is. He could be a 3-and-D guy. He could be the next coming to Kawhi Leonard. We don't know. But what we do know is that he has a high floor. High ceiling
No.
is like Dylan Harper. We know he's going to be good, but we don't know how good. We just know he's going to be very good.
No.
I look at that number 20 pick, Joe. And if I see the name Jaden Quaintance coming out of Kentucky, I'd be all right with it.
Yeah.
I'd be all right.
And look at everybody's getting all. Wait, the Jackals get paid? I didn't say they get paid. I said
They
when
do
it
get
comes-
paid.
They
They
don't
get paid tickets.
They pay for their tickets. It's $1,000
Yeah, they
for their seats.
Yes, but I know it's $1,000 they
For
pay
the seat.
for the seat, right? They pay $20 a game for the seats, like $25 a game for seats that typically cost what, $200?
Yeah.
So they get paid in a roundabout way. I'm not saying they're getting taxed on it. They get a huge discount.
Yeah, I mean for the season, and then they do their thing. But I was just saying, like, in hindsight, when it comes to marketing, who's more marketable? I know that they've come out in the HEB commercial, but marketing wise, the Spurs would be better served going with the Silver Dancers, since they're going to get the most hype now because they are returning.
Can we get rid of the hype squad?
Oh God, they're still going to keep them there. I feel bad for them, man. They go around the arena and they really try to get the crowd going. But
No one cares.
They don't do it though.
No one cares.
I think, in hindsight, that the Jackals actually did a better job than the hype squad when they went around the arena and they started getting the people
yeah.
to chant, go Spurs, go, and they were getting them, hyped up and crazy. That was good to see.
Can I interest you in another mock draft?
No.
From the Ringer, The Athletic, saying that the Spurs are going to go off and get Jaden Quaintance, 6'10", 18-year-old from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Can he fully recover from the ACL injury? Would the Spurs need a much-needed big man depth behind Victor Wembanyama is what they says. Says that might be a good replacement for Luke Cornett over time. Says he has all the potential in the world, Joe, when what? When healthy. Or should the Spurs just get rid of that pick?
They could. Oh, we got an incoming super chat here, Mike, we got to get to.
Let's hear it.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And Fake Killer say, nah. He's a Gina can't tell me nothing.
Oh,
right?
no. No. It says Gina can't tell me nothing, right? Nah. Gina can't tell me nothing, right?
And did we do this one? Did we play?
That's funny.
Look at Jason Garcia.
Here comes the money.
He was saying, he goes, dog grito for the Silver Dancers.
Oh, we already did that one. We did that one.
Yeah.
So very, very nice. By the way, CBS Sports got interested. You can get one more mock draft for the Spurs.
Okay.
This is a name I wouldn't mind. Arizona freshman Koa Pete. Apparently, CBS Sports says that the power forward. I don't know if he's a power forward, man. He's a power forward like in the same sense as Keldon. He's a small power forward, but it's a guy who can shoot. Maybe a stretch four kind of guy. 35% from three. Not bad. Not bad at all. That Alan Graves guy, because CBS Sports has Alan Graves going number 21. You just look at the numbers, and I'm not playing Moneyball, Joe.
No.
And I know there's a big difference between playing a Power 4 conference like Arizona versus playing for Santa Clara, which isn't a good conference. It's a mid-major conference that always makes some noise. It's the same conference that has Gonzaga. 41.3% shooting from three, Joe. And he's an inch taller than Koa Pete. I'm just saying.
Not bad.
I'm just saying. And everyone's saying Chris Sanak Jr., power forward from Houston, has a potential there at number 20 as well.
I was looking at
the banger.
One of the mock drafts, courtesy of CBS Sports. I'm a show Spur fan, so they can get upset. Can you imagine if this pans out, Mike? Cameron Carr, shooting guard, Baylor. Oh man,
I'll never forget, Joe. A few years ago, now CBS Sports also has Cameron Carr going number 15. I mean, shooting guard. She's 37.4 from three. I mean,
I wouldn't mind the power forward.
Played at Tennessee.
But what are you going to do?
His splits are good. I mean, you know what? Just get all the talent in the world. Maybe it's trade bait down the road. I don't know. It's not like the number 20 player in the draft is going to be starting next to Wemby next year. So stop it. Get the best player. If the Spurs have, because I'm looking at this right now, Joe. If the Spurs look at Cameron Carr and think to themselves, this guy might be an all-star one year, or he has the development of being a really high-end starter or high-end secondary type of player, wouldn't you want to go get him? as opposed to we're going to take Malachi Branham, who the Spurs took at number 20 last time. No.
We just got some news here about the rumored pick, right?
Yeah.
Well, now let's say the package for Giannis.
Right.
It would be Jaylen Brown, Hugo Gonzalez, and multiple first-round picks.
Probably, I think the most they can give up these days is 4.
Yeah.
Is Tyler Harrow part of that mix for the?
No, they did not say that yet.
Like who's part of the Heat pick?
Yeah, I got that on my Apple Watch. That was courtesy of Legion Hoops, by the way. Oh, and I'm looking at this, and you were talking about Alan Graves, and you were talking about a center, Jaden,
Yeah.
out of Kentucky. I can't even say his last name.
Acquaintance.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, size would help the Spurs a little bit more. But again, Spurs fans would get enamored with this and be excited. But how often are these guys going to sniff the court?
Spurs fans would be enamored with Kareem Lopez because you'd have like about 1,000 people at the Spurs game named Lopez anyway.
Yeah, true that.
They're not gonna sniff the court this year. This is a project pick. Take the best player available. And you know what? If the best player available is a point guard, so be it. It is what it is. Because you know what? Didn't we have another point guard on this team that didn't play at the end?
We had another point guard.
Well, what was his name? What was his name?
Gone.
His name was gone. Like he played so often for the Spurs.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God. The season's been such a blur. Why am I forgetting the Spurs? Lindy Waters.
Oh, Lindy Waters, yeah.
Why Lindy Waters is a free agent? Why
Yeah.
can't we draft a stud point guard or shooting guard if that's what's best available? You slide him into that role. You never know. Maybe injuries will take a toll and we'll need that position at some point. Power forward is going to be a stretch forward is going to be done by what? By free agency or by trade.
Yeah.
Rory Hashimura. If the Spurs get Rory Hashimura, Joe, let's for example, right? He shot over 40% from 3 last year with the Lakers. Stud player, very good stretch 4. It doesn't matter what position you get.
Yeah.
From number 20. Because the last time we picked at 20, Joe, we had 3 first-round draft picks. That was the Sohan, Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham draft, which was a 1-2-3 strikeout. I don't know. I don't care. Just get the best player available. But the draft party is going to be tomorrow at 6:00. And by the way, congratulations also to the Dallas Mavericks who hired a head coach today, Joe.
Yeah. I saw that.
They're going the college route.
Yeah.
They got Dusty May, head coach of the University of Michigan Wolverines.
How would you feel about that if you're a Mavericks fan?
Well, I think that Shams points it out correctly by saying that the last time there was a college to pro big league shakeup like this was 20 years ago. Normally, acting, Joe. It's like acting, right? You either are a TV actor or you're a movie actor, right? You stay in your lane. When it comes to coaching, you're either a college coach or a professional coach. And he, very, very rarely do you get that cross-pollination of it all, the John Calipari or the Rick Pitino type of situation. But congratulations to Dusty May for making his move over to the NBA.
It is. The only thing is you wish him good luck, right? You want him to have a good season. But he's going to be graded on what? Performance.
Right. And look what he's getting. Got Cooper Flag.
He does. I mean, they're just saying the consensus with him would be that he needs to come in here and take this Mavericks team from nothing to now maybe even go into the playoffs or play-in, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the type of turnaround he would need to have in their eyes, because most of the time when you hire a coach, it's always based on performance. That's why there's a lot of revolving doors around the NBA, right? It doesn't matter how good the coach was or how good the record was for said team. You're always going to be looked upon about how far you're going to take your team into the playoffs.
Right.
And if in the owner's eyes and the investor's eyes, if you have a great team and they had a great playoff run, but the expectation was, I need you to get them to the Eastern Conference Final, Western Conference Final, and you get bounced in the second round, you didn't meet expectations, and what are they going to do? They call you in the room and they be like, hey, thanks for a great 2 seasons.
Yeah, you're judged by performance.
Yeah.
You're hired to be fired.
It's a hard job to have, dude.
By the way, I'm looking at FanDuel's right now odds for the NBA Finals next year.
Yeah.
The favorite to win the NBA Finals this year, upcoming 26-27 season, is A two-way tie between the Oklahoma City Thunder and your San Antonio Spurs. Third best odds are the Boston Celtics. This is before the Giannis trade, right? So if they get Giannis, you may want to jump in on that bet, man. Plus 470 today. I bet you they become the favorites if they do get Giannis.
No.
Knicks have the fourth best odds, followed by the Nuggets and the Pistons. For some reason, the Lakers have the seventh best odds at 30-1 odds.
All right, look, we got an incoming super chat.
Here comes the
And
money.
this one's by Mario Cavazos. He says, James Anderson was picked at 20, now gone.
F them picks. Thank you so much for the super chat there. Tony Donald says on our chat, powered by PF Checks, like that, says he loves Alan Graves. Says that he likes a guy who can spread the floor. Again, what do you say, Joe? Women lie.
I said, people lie, women lie, the numbers don't lie.
41.7% from three, Joe. I mean, come on. That's got to go in, right?
Stephon Castle could never.
The Alamo Dome could never is where we
Yeah.
got that phrase from. Speaking of the
Yeah.
Alamo Dome, Gina Ortiz-Jones, mayor of San Antonio, is coming down on Kanye West. It goes by Yee now, but I'm not going to call him Yee.
Yeah.
His mama call him Kanye. I'm going to call him Kanye. Kanye has a concert on the 4th of July here in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome, and Gina Ortiz-Jones coming in and basically saying that a publicly funded arena like the Alamo Dome should not be hosting somebody like Kanye,
No.
because Kanye has done in the past some bad comments, I guess you could say. Some would call him anti-Semitic. He has sold merch in the past, if I'm not mistaken, that had swastikas and things like that.
Yeah.
Kanye West, also one of the most decorated hip-hop artists of all time. I mean, dude, he owned the late 2000s along with Timbaland and Pharrell Williams. The Kanye sound is iconic. And this is where I get and pissed off at Chris Duell from WOAI.
Oh, my.
Chris
Leave
Duell.
my boy alone.
I
man.
love Chris Duell. He does a fantastic job. I've been following him for decades. But, man, the guy's stuck in the 70s. He's there saying, he cannot hold the torch to like the Doors, I think is what he said, right? And I like the Doors, Jim Morrison. The Doors movie with Val Kilmer was really good. And I like, Riders in the Storm. I like a lot of songs by the Doors. Ring of Fire. I could probably name off like 5 or 6 that I've liked over the years. But I hate it when old people, and I'm getting old myself, I'm 49. I hate it when old people say that their music's better than the younger generation's people's music.
Well,
because he's like, they can't hold a candle to the Doors. And I'm like, okay, first of all, the Doors were like a thing that lasted for like 3 years. And the Doors had 8-minute instrumentals that were difficult to listen to in the middle of hit songs.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've gotten into it over the years, right? But don't tell me that a musical act from the 60s and 70s is better than an act from the 90s or 2000s simply because it's old. That's not a thing. Okay.
It's called nostalgia, Mike.
It's nostalgic, but it ain't fact. Kanye West is the. So you're telling me, if I was to say rank the best rock bands of the 60s, right? How many do you have to name before you get to the Doors? Like what, 20?
No.
Right?
Okay.
Because you have the Beatles and you have the Rolling Stones and you have maybe late 60s you have Zeppelin, and early 70s you have the Who and all that stuff. You have to go down a long list of names before you get to Jim Morrison.
No.
Right? As great as he was, you have to go through a long list of names. You're telling me that the 20th ranked rock band of the 60s and 70s is greater than the highest decorated hip hop artist of all time?
No.
Get the F out of here.
Well, here's the thing, too, that you got to realize that, Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing, right? She is practicing her freedom of speech right here.
Yeah.
She is saying, this is what I would like to happen.
She's stifling freedom of
Right?
speech.
Yet, on the other end, she's trying to stop freedom of speech by saying, I don't want Kanye here. I was like, you can't have it both ways, Gina.
Especially for someone who's a veteran. Someone who's in the military, who's a veteran, who's supposed to be
Yeah.
fighting for freedoms, to come out and say, oh, I don't like what Kanye said because he had anti-Semitic remarks. And I understand that. But you know what? Here's the thing. Last I saw, KKK marches in public parks.
Yeah.
right? The last I see, you have the right to assemble. You have freedom of religion. You have freedom of speech. If you don't like it, then don't listen to it.
Yeah.
You know what? And we're seeing this from the far right as well, where you see the far right going after CBS News and going after CNN and trying to buy them out or whatever. And we see that with WOAI and KBB in San Antonio, owned by Sinclair Broadcasting.
Yeah.
There's a slant towards certain things and they try to stifle things. I am not saying that I'm supportive of anti-Semitic remarks. What I'm saying is I'm supportive of the First Amendment.
The thing is like when you start doing things like this and you start saying, I don't want this person here because I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
Okay. It can start a snowball effect to where you're going to have other artists saying, maybe I don't want to come to San Antonio. Or maybe Gina's like, I don't just not like Kanye. I don't like these other acts and I don't want them here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your opinion. Right. But it's also stifling the growth of having said concerts want to come back here to San Antonio. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slippery slope. And
because it's a slippery slope because I hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
Because it's based on one person's opinion.
Yeah, it's based on her opinion. But I mean, instead of voicing your opinion on this, why don't you practice what you preach and go out there and fix the pothole problem that you said you wanted to use that money for?
Yeah.
Go out there and help with the low-income housing and stuff like that you wanted to do. I mean, there's other things at play that are more warranted of her attention than a Kanye West concert.
And Kanye West is probably gonna have 50,000 people there.
Yeah.
The number of people who have bought tickets, hotel rooms to what? Spend money downtown. Right? Isn't that what she wants? Apparently, right? Wants money to come in, revenue to come in. You people coming all over the place to go downtown to watch Kanye perform. He is one of the most talented artists of the 21st century. He is. Whether you like what he says or not, he is. And at the end of the day, guess what? If we're going to be policing people, do I need to remind you that Elvis Presley was a pedophile?
Yeah.
Who was the one who married his 13-year-old cousin, piano player of the 50s? Who was that?
Oh, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis, pedophile.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson might have been a molester. You have so many, so dude, Chris Brown performed at the Alamo Dome.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of months ago.
Yeah,
Chris Brown is known for beating the living crap out of women, one of them being Rihanna, and he has a tattoo of it, of her mangled face. He has it tattooed on his body, and he performed at the Alamo Dome, but you're afraid of, you're more pissed off at words? This is a guy, Chris Brown is known as somebody who's been violent for 3 decades.
Yeah.
Violence towards women like crazy, and you're worried about words? Gina Ortiz Jones is so not prepared to be the mayor of the 7th largest city in the United States. Whether you agree with her or not, she's not ready for it. She's just not. And whenever she goes out there and says that you cannot perform because I don't like what you said and want to stifle someone's First Amendment rights, I question whether or not they were good at what they did as a veteran. Because again, when you're a veteran, you're there to defend all the Constitution, not just the amendments you like, and not cherry pick parts of the words that you like of it all, dude. The First Amendment is not only supportive of what your own speech, but other speech as well. And then not only your religion, but other people's religion, which is why Conroe got in trouble on social media over the weekend. Woman in Conroe, Texas, at the West Davis HEB, which happens to be my HEB in Conroe.
Yeah.
Woman in Muslim garb, dress. I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to mispronounce what it is. Being harassed by somebody, telling them to go home and to leave the country and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I wish that happened in front of me.
Yeah.
I wish that happened in front of me. That would not have happened. That wouldn't have ended very well.
Yeah.
Because I am not somebody who is against. I hate people who hate. You know?
Yeah. Just other things you can do besides hate people.
Why go to the HEB and decide you're going to harass somebody out of nowhere? Like they were just out there shopping for milk and crap, right? for Tide Pods and stuff like that. And think about the mindset that you have to be in to go up to somebody and tell them to leave the country because they're not your race and because they're not your religion.
Yeah.
How effed up in the head do you have to be to believe that you are in the right of doing that?
No. Well, the thing is, like with Kanye, for example, you don't like his music, don't listen to it. You don't want him here, you don't want to go and see the concert, don't buy a ticket.
Right.
It's that simple. You know what we're gonna go ahead and kind of transition into? We're gonna start transitioning to talking a little bit about this World Cup.
Yeah.
Because that's been a big thing as of late. And I've been watching the matches, and we did have Team USA go up against Australia. Had a really good showing. So before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and give some love to one of our sponsors. Mike, who do you want to give a shout out to first?
Well, Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio, because they're hosting tomorrow's NBA draft party that we have tomorrow starting at 6 o'clock.
All right, here we go. The Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views, along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
It's on Crockett Street, but I don't buy it. It's on the Riverwalk. Okay. They have the bar. Is that where the party is going to be, Joe, in the bar area?
Yeah, that bar area overlooking the Riverwalk. The nice little patio where you can go out and you have a great view of the Riverwalk.
And you could say, baby, it's Tuesday night, date night. We up in the club on a Tuesday.
You go up to the second level, maybe go listen to some music from the DJ up there. And
yeah,
enjoy some libations, like I like to
libations,
say. Drinks.
Very nice. We'll be having a fun time out there. Free swag bags giveaway again, sponsored by P.F. Chang's La Cantera, but hosted by the Hard Rock Cafe Riverwalk. I almost bought a Hard Rock Cafe shirt when I was in Barcelona the other day. They didn't have my size. It had the the Spaniard flag,
yeah,
with the Hard Rock logo. It looked really nice, Joe. But here's the thing: big boys like me and you can't buy gear in the Caribbean or in Europe.
Why?
It just doesn't happen. I gotta tell you what happened, Joe. I mean, I've lost 27 pounds in the last few years. I'm down 14. I got rid of my vacation bloat. Chica and I went in Florence, Italy. We went to this shop. It's like a leather store there. And I saw the belts. Joe, got a nice leather belt there, right?
Yeah.
But I'm looking for another one my size there. And Chica looks at me and says, Michael, there's other belts down there. He, the guy who owns the place, goes, yeah, not for him, though. And I looked at him. He goes, how did he phrase it? Because English is their second language, right? He goes, not for him, though. He goes, not enough material. I think that's how he phrased it.
Not enough material for this one. Damn, Mike.
Yeah.
You letting that brother call you out in front of your girl? No, man. I'd be like, this is not happening, dude. And you know what else wasn't happening?
What's that?
What wasn't happening for Australia is a win. Because Australia got sent packing by Team USA the other day, man. I was watching this match. Great showing by Team USA. And this is what they did to Team Australia. Toma. I said, Toma, Aita. And I was excited watching this match. Do you think you could
take on a kangaroo, by the way?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if you ground and pound, but standing upright, okay.
I just need one good punch, Mike. It's just an animal. Isn't that what you say? They're just animals.
Just animals.
They're just animals.
Oh, Sean Quintero's on our chat talking about the U.S. Open and Wyndham Clark holding on for the his second major, right? 2 words. Who cares? I mean, if you're out there watching the U.S. Open golf, I'm more excited about 2 weeks from now. Serena Williams going to be playing in Wimbledon at the age of 44, coming back from retirement after 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about that. Not some dude named Wyndham Clark who holds off some dude named Sam. I don't know, man. Like there was nothing about the U.S. Open that got me excited. Y'all got me riled up about the World Cup, so let's talk about the World Cup. Joe, let's have at it.
Look, man, United States, they won 2 in a row, right?
Yeah.
It's been great for them. Great showing.
Good team, easy draw. Which one?
No, I mean, you can only play the team that's in front of you, right? And you have to go ahead and win. I just think that the U.S. they had two great showings there, two back-to-back wins.
They
right?
did.
And now they advance to the round of 32.
Yeah.
Right. So they have a game, I think is coming up on Thursday, and they're going to play Turkey. I mean, USA's already advanced, so it doesn't really matter, but it does, because you still want to have that mindset. You want to win. And then they go ahead and they have.
So you're not resting players at this point?
Yeah, you're still wanting to play, because you don't want rust to set in. I mean, you got to play your players, go out there and just beat whoever you're stacked up against. Hopefully they can go out there and have a good showing against Turkey. And Turkey's not playing for much either, I believe, as well. So it's just a match, that really doesn't have.
It's a meaningless match.
It doesn't have a lot of significance.
But you want to have the momentum.
Exactly. You want to have the momentum. And the USA doesn't really know what their opponent's going to be as of yet. But whoever that's going to be, it'll, show up on the docket, and then we know, okay, on this day, the USA is going to play in the knockout round of 32.
Now, here's the thing. If you want to look up the brackets, by the way, the British Broadcasting Company, BBC News in Europe, has a bracket for as of today, as it stands is what it calls, right? And it doesn't mean anything right now because, there's going to be a movement. There's still another game to be played on each of these quads. I don't know how they call them, these clusters of teams, right? But as of right now, as it stands, around of 32, United States takes on Ecuador, which would be a tough get, right? Ecuador, decent team. U.S. can still take them out. I don't know much about soccer, Joe, but here's what I know, what I do know, and what I believe in. I believe in looking at people's eyes, and I believe in body language.
Like I tell you, the eyes don't lie.
Eyes don't lie, man. Except mine, because mine are always dry. They always look red.
Mike.
When I got pulled over for a ticket, and the cop thought I was drunk, and he goes, "What's wrong with your eyes?" I was like, "I got dry eye, man." He goes, "Oh, you can go on through."
There's a lot of evil in those eyes, Mike. When you get faded, bro.
True.
And you post a picture, and I'm like, bro, no.
But I wasn't faded when I got pulled over.
Who says that now?
Who's that?
I heard Chica say that the last time.
Oh yeah.
She says the eyes don't lie.
I get glassy. my dry eyes turn glassy. No, but I believe in body language, right?
Yeah.
And you saw the U.S. team taking on Australia. There was a bit of a swagger in the way that the American players moved.
Yeah.
In the athleticism, in the way that they were going into formations.
They had confidence.
They had confidence in their movements. They were not timid out there. And like I said, I'm just following body language, man. That's all I'm following.
Yeah.
And the best body language I saw this weekend, Joe, happened to be Spain. Because Spain
España.
finally came through against Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. They annihilated
KSA.
them. KSA. They annihilated them. And what was it? 4-0, 5-0, something like that.
I was wondering if you were going to understand what KSA stood for.
Yeah, it was Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
So the thing about that though is that, dude, they were touch passing all over the place. It was like a beautiful game. Their third goal that they had against the Saudi Arabia reminded me of the 2014 Spurs, Joe. I mean, you had 7 players touch the ball in 8 seconds. Yeah. It went in for a goal. Back of the net, no problem. That was fun to watch. I saw a photo of all these Dutch fans storming a Dutch Brothers coffee shop, and it was all these orange jerseys all around it. That was pretty funny.
I'll tell you one thing, man. These Japanese fans are goated, dude. Look at the way they're showing up to their matches, man. And if you know, you know. I'm not going to go into all the detail and lore about it. But if you're familiar with an anime that's very big, you know who these guys are. Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's goated right there. And then they did something else beyond that. So if you're a big fan and you watch the show and, the anime and all that, you can do this. So if you know, you know. If you know, you know. They're doing the fusion, so yeah, dude, that's cool, man. I like seeing stuff like that. That makes it fun to watch.
Yeah.
Now
we do have a super chat coming on in from
Drew Show.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Making reference to the fact that the host countries have not had one loss. Right.
This is true.
Collectively 5-0-1.
Mexico, Canada, and the United States.
Mexico and the United States are 2 of the 3 teams that have advanced to the round of 32 thus far, Germany being the third one. Canada in the mix right now, currently leading their Group B right now. Drew Show comes out and says, man, these groups are rigged. He says, making sure Canada, Mexico, and United States make it out of the group round. Brazil, Germany, France, Great Britain are the real ones.
Yep, this is it right here. This is what he's talking about. Host nations are undefeated in the FIFA World Cup so far.
Well, okay, so he says they're goated and they're the real ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that guy who put together a graphic that says, this is your favorite college football team in relation
to
the teams, the countries in the
World Cup.
In the World Cup. I found that to be funny because, you know, it's hard for me to watch because I don't know everything about what's going on. But this is a really good scorecard that they have over here. And they compare the United States to Texas A&M. Said that if you want to compare the United States soccer team to an NCAA equivalent in college football, that they are that. They said that Italy is Alabama. Right? Why?
Yeah.
Legendary blue blood that has multiple championships across multiple generations, including this century. Says the United States is Auburn. A&M rather. Peak success dates back to the 1930s. Unlimited money and talent and resources, yet struggles to put it all together. Spain is apparently Michigan. Uruguay is apparently Notre Dame. Morocco is Indiana.
Jeez.
Switzerland is Penn State. Saudi Arabia is Texas Tech. Colombia is Miami. Sweden is Oklahoma. France is LSU. Boasts incredible modern success and elite talent pools, but prone to baffling, chaotic down years.
Jeez.
Japan is Iowa. Brazil is USC. Iconic history, elite uniforms, unmatched swagger that hasn't won the big one in over 20 years. Germany is Ohio State, a relentless machine that wins titles across multiple decades and enters every single year as a favorite. Netherlands is Ole Miss. Portugal is Oregon. Argentina is Georgia. One of the top dogs right now, backed by an elite historical tradition. Mexico, Joe? Tennessee.
Okay.
Good enough to consistently make the postseason, but struggles once they get there.
Jeez.
And then lastly, Belgium is Auburn. Capable of being elite, but chaotic more often than not. Very, very, very funny.
And we also had the schedule that's out today. So
Frank says, I want to smoke whatever that guy smoked.
So this is what is on the docket for today. Match day. You have Argentina versus Austria, France versus Iraq, Norway versus Senegal, Jordan versus Algeria.
That's a fun day of activity right there when it comes to Argentina playing. Messi had his hat trick the other day.
No.
France. How do you say his name? Is it Mbappe?
Mbappe, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
Chica has an Mbappe shirt that she's been wearing around that we got there in France when we were there a couple weeks ago. Very, very nice.
So there you go. You got a full day of matches happening.
Iran beats Saudi Arabia. Iran makes the round of 32, which is funny because Iran, the U.S. government's giving them crap right now because they finished their matches and then are quickly, basically, temporarily deported back to Mexico.
Jeez.
I mean, how is the U.S. government right now when it comes to all that? Iran qualified to make the World Cup and to say, oh, you have to play your match in L.A. and then you had to be out of the country within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, barely giving them time to shower. How petty is that?
That probably didn't even have time. Just a quick rinse and you're out.
They sent them to Tijuana, dude. Literally, they're going to Tijuana.
Oh, man. Oh, look at this. Mexican Junior saying He-Man was definitely better than Disclosure Day.
I'm hearing bad things about Disclosure Day.
Don't go see it, man. It's booty cheeks, bro. Booty cheeks.
Who stars in Disclosure Day? It's popular.
It was Steven Spielberg's first film in years that he's done, and he should have stayed retired, bro, because that one was bad. Real bad. It's like watching a movie.
That's Emily Blunt.
Whose storyline doesn't know what it wants to be. Mike, it's a hot mess, dude. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, what happened?
Well, this is one of those movies where the viewers, I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes right now, the viewers had a worse rating than the critics.
The critics, of course, the critics are Spielberg fans.
Usually
That's
it's the
why.
opposite. Usually the critics have a lower number and the viewers, the popcorn eating fans
Yeah.
like it better. But 80% of critics like it.
It's
And
booty cheeks, bro.
71% of moviegoers actually enjoyed it. So it's actually certified fresh. Again,
That sucker was rotten on delivery, bro. That was rotten.
But I will say this: a lot of the ones that are positive reviews are barely positive. They're like, it's all right.
Nah, bro, they're lying. It was not all right. It was bad. It was bad.
Man, I don't even know any movies are coming out.
Look
this
at
summer.
this, man. I was gonna show you Argentinian fans taking over Dallas, dude. They out there in force today.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I will say this though: Argentina has the prettiest jerseys of them all. I love their baby blue and white. Reminds me of the Oilers back in the day.
Yeah, that's
UNC basketball.
Argentinian fans travel well, Mike.
They do.
Oh, we got an incoming super chat, by the way.
Come in from the Drew Show.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Drew. Appreciate the support.
He says your fans always cry at me when I super chat. Don't cry, cry. Don't read. Cry harder, ho. As Joe says. I am your purpose. I own your emotions. LOL.
Ooh, Drew Show living rent free, man.
If I'm the pulse, Drew's the purpose. I
Ooh,
like
and he is the official bank of the Area 210, by the way.
He is.
So-
We appreciate it, man.
Oh, look. Somebody wanted to go see. They had Toy Story
Mexican Junior
5.
Toy Story 5.
I'm
Dude,
not
I mean, come on, man. Why do we have more than two? What is this? Police Academy? Do we need more than that?
Somebody went to go see Toy Story 5. I'm like, why are we seeing Toy Story 5? You 12 or what? No, man. I'm going to go pay to go see a cartoon.
Isn't there gonna be like a Toy Story, like a Shrek
man.
5?
Unless you're taking little kids or something. You're a grown-ass man. You're going in there watching Toy Story by yourself. What's wrong with you? No. Go to Ojos Locos, bro. Go to Twin Peaks.
Well, I will say this though. Toy Story is getting 94% of critics enjoying it, 95% of moviegoers enjoying it.
I don't know, because I ain't ever going to watch it.
Some depressing stuff. You know what was depressing was Up.
Oh,
That's some of the most depressing cartoon of all time. I know it's animation or whatever you call it. It's a cartoon to me. They're all cartoons. The Pixar stuff.
I don't watch cartoons. I never played with toys. That's what you said.
I never play with toys.
What did you say, dolls? I never played with
I
dolls.
didn't play with your dolls, your monos.
You know who made an appearance?
Dude, okay, again, because growing up, I would see somebody go pew 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 pew, and I would say that is some stupid ass crap, man.
You know what Mike would say? I don't want to play with that. I want to play with money.
Yeah,
I want to make more money.
Give me the sports section, the business section as a 7-year-old, man. I've been following stocks since I was 8. Make more money, you give me a call. 210-508-0369. 210-508-0369. I say this all the time. People see me as the buffoon that I am when I do this show, right? They know who I am when I do this show, right? And they get it, and they like it. But when they see me actually work, freaks some people out, Joe, because they're like, wait a minute, you have a serious side to you. And my serious side is I like people making money. And more importantly than making money, I like people not losing money. Give me a call, 210-508-0369. 210-508-0369. Maybe you have an old 401k. Maybe you have inherited some money. Maybe you have an old pension someplace. Give me a call, 210-508-0369. I'll help you invest.
There you go. Give Miguelito a call. And did you see this, Mike? They call this one fan. You see that one Spurs fan? I think he was over in the arena, right? Madison Square Garden. And he was single-handedly fighting
beating the crap out of 20
these
people?
Knicks fans that surrounded him. And they're calling him Spurs Thanos, right? Look at this brother, man. He showed up to a wrestling match. There he is.
The Robin jersey.
Spurs Thanos, bro. I love it, dude.
Yeah, they were kicking the back of his leg in that viral video, and he would just turn around and just give a
Toma.
like I'm gonna kick your ass look.
Yeah. This dude, he's built for this, man. I like it. Oh man.
Oh my god, which reminds me, I did watch Nacho Libre again this weekend.
No, Nacho.
Nacho.
You know, my favorite character in there is not just Nacho, but I like Esqueleto.
Yeah.
Esqueleto, dude. He's hilarious, man. His faces, bro, like when they're pulling his hair and everything out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my favorite is when they're all falling in love with the nun.
Oh, Encarnacion. What a dumbass song he
Well,
made.
my favorite, I told Chica, I was like, the way that he was making them lunch, making her lunch because she wanted to have a salad, and he did the dressing like this. He like poured it all very up top, and then he got he got the tortilla chips and the blew them onto her salad.
Yeah.
That's so bad. I tried showing Chica Airplane over the weekend.
Yeah.
Again, comedy classic from the late 70s. Excuse me, stewardess. I know jive. Great movie. Chica could not get into it. After about 8 minutes, she was done with it, man.
Oh, what, Airplane?
Airplane.
Oh, yeah.
She
bro.
does like Police Academy, though.
I believe in science.
What
What does he tell him to? I hate all the orphans in all the world.
He goes, I have no wife. I have no money. It's wonderful.
I wake up by myself.
I wake up by myself. It's marvelous, or whatever. I don't know how he says it.
No, I liked it when he climbed up the cliff to eat that stupid eagle egg. I have no powers. From the damn water gypsy. That was so
It's
stupid.
so bad movie. It reminds me of. Did you watch that Will Ferrell movie that was done in Spanish?
Which one?
Will Ferrell has a full Spanish movie. It's called Casa de mi Padre.
No, I haven't seen that.
It came out in 2012. I went to the movie theater and saw it. It was so stupid, but so funny at the same time. And it's completely done in Spanish with subtitles.
God.
It's a telenovela. It's like, it's funny. I mean, Will Ferrell went all in on that one, man.
Jeez.
That's good time.
You know what, you were talking about bets the other earlier in the show, right?
Yeah.
And you were saying, what are the Spurs' chances, right, of winning?
Oh, wait, Mikey Mendes goes, I want to win.
I want to win.
Okay,
There's
good.
so many little sound bites that come out of that.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. And you were talking about the Spurs and then, I guess, saying what their chances are of going back, right? Winning
Yeah.
it all. Well, there's this other one that I saw here from Bet US. And they're saying, after the heartbreaking NBA Finals loss, expect Victor Wembanyama to be out for blood next season.
Mhm.
Wemby has just emerged as the favorite to win the 2027 NBA MVP per Bet US. And it's showing you the numbers right there, money line.
Oh, I buy it. I would put Anthony Edwards up a little bit higher. But this seems about right. I would put Jokic lower because he's getting older.
Yeah.
I would probably have Wemby 1, Luka 2, SGA 3, Anthony Edwards 4, Giannis 5, and then Nikola Jokic 6. But I think that's legit. I mean, who else is it going to be? There's no other superstar out there that rivals any of these 6 guys. No, these are the 6 best team players in the league right now. By the way, Mario asking the question, which one did I like better, Napoleon Dynamite or Nacho Libre? Growing up, it was Napoleon Dynamite or my early 20s and 30s. But right now, it's Nacho Libre. It grew on me a little bit more as I got older. Joe, did you notice that not this past week, but the week before, 4 of the top 10 movies on Netflix were Rocky movies, and like 2 were Creed. Right now, Netflix released every single Rocky movie and every Creed movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Joe. Do you ever watch a movie about 100 times and then you notice something that you hadn't noticed before?
Yeah.
I had to tweet Anthony Pittman this about this.
Okay.
Tall Tale Time.
Oh, God.
So years ago, probably about, God, must have been 25, 26
In
years
the
old.
year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord, 2003. I went to
Oh.
Vegas with a lot of my friends from high school. And I remember my friend Mike, my friend Marcel, and I want to say my friend Lewis. And I went to this diner. that was in front of a casino, because they don't have them anymore now, Joe. There used to have the casinos, and then you had diners in the middle, right? They moved those away. They now have bars there, right? They have like margarita bars, and they serve margaritas and all that stuff, or daiquiris or whatever. But back in the day, we went into one that had a diner. So old school diner, right? It's like a bar, but it's food. And I found, this was after a fight night, Mills Lane, the famous wrestling referee, was eating by himself, and I went up to him to say hi. And remember Mills Lane?
Yeah.
He was what was that claymation one that they had on MTV? Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch, yeah.
It was after him. Let's get it on.
Yeah.
I asked him how long into Rocky 4 would he have stopped the fight, and he laughed his ass off. He goes, "That's a good one." He goes, "That's a good one." Because that fight would have been over in 12 seconds. He goes, "It wouldn't have lasted 15 rounds." So I'm watching Rocky 2. Talking about, remember Nacho Libre? I want to win, right?
Yeah.
Again, Rocky didn't do well until when? This is the episode of Rocky 2. Spoiler alert, it's 45 years old. It is what it is. His wife Adrian goes into a coma while delivering a baby.
Yeah.
Right? The fight's about to happen. They haven't canceled it yet. The fight's about to happen. She gets out of the coma. She meets her kid for the first time, named Rocky Jr., not Paulie Jr. Not Paulie, but Rocky Jr. And she had been against Rocky fighting for the longest time.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, I can stop the fight. I don't have to go through it. We'll make ends meet somehow." And she goes, "I need you to do me a favor. Win."
Yeah.
And then, what are we waiting for? Let's do this, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, they used to play that, by the way, that little snippet. They used to play that at the Spurs games back in the day. But anyway, he's fighting Apollo Creed in Rocky 2. And at one point in the fighting sequence, Rocky goes around the referee. Okay, think about that. I rewound it 4 times and went back on it.
Yeah.
Like, is that allowed? Like, he's fighting Creed. Referee's right here. He goes around the referee
Oh, God.
in this scene. And I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. And because of that, Rocky 2, in my hierarchy of Rocky movies, went down a spot.
You know which one I watched? Because they had a marathon the other time and I was at work. And I watched part 1, part 2, and then part 3.
Yeah.
Part 3 was a good movie.
Part 3 was a good movie.
It was a good movie. Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang.
Yeah. And the beginning scene, I believe, is Paulie, right?
Yeah.
He's at the arcade and he's drunk. He's drinking out of that paper bag. He's sipping on something, and he sees the Rocky pinball machine and he's all mad because he feels like Rocky's not giving him any love. He hasn't given him a job or anything. Respect. So he's throwing the damn bottle or whatever at the pinball machine and he gets thrown in jail. Rocky has to come take him out and he wants to fight Rocky right then and there. And it's like he wants to throw hands and he's like, you haven't even offered me a job. And he's like, "Do you want a job, Paulie?" "Yeah." "Okay, get in the car." He's okay. Everything's fine. After all that, it was all good.
The Paulie character is weird, man. By the way, that Mario, talking about movies that are factual versus non-factual, we should get into it in a second. Paulie, you want to hate him, and he's one of the most detestable characters of all time.
Yeah.
But he's so needed in the Rocky movies, right? Because he makes money off of Rocky's name without giving him any money for the robe, right?
Yeah.
He got him a job there.
Yeah.
He they beat him up of the meat and all that stuff.
He let him inside the locker, the freezer, and all that.
Would give him free meat,
Yeah.
right? Free steaks and stuff like that. But then again, he hated his own sister. He was really demeaning towards his sister.
Yeah.
"Are you busted?" I mean, that line. let me check. One of the worst lines ever in a movie.
God.
But then he wanted the baby named after himself. In Rocky 2, he's like, when Rocky's struggling financially, and Paulie goes, "You need a handout?" He wants him to. He wanted to hear him say, "Yes, I wanted a handout." Not here. Let me help you with some money.
Yeah.
Or this is for my sister. Dude, I love my sister. The way that he phrased it was, "Do you want a handout?"
Yeah.
And then he comes out and he buys Rocky.
Yeah.
I mean, and then in 3, like you mentioned, you didn't give me a job. You didn't give me respect. Then you go to 4, he gets that female robot,
The butler.
the female butler, right? And then he goes. Then he tells Rock, in the hallway or the leading up to the fight, "You're all heart, Rock. If I could change to be one person for one day, it'd be you."
Yeah.
Which is weird because he's married to his sister. But on top of that, he sees Drago's character and he says, "Remember what I told you about wanting to be you? Yeah, I changed my mind." But then he also has a great line when Rocky says, "Oh my God, I see 3 of them out there." And he goes, "Hit the one in the middle."
So stupid, dude.
Paulie's a needed character in that movie, man. So much so.
No.
Sam Salinas reaches out and Joy-Con says, "Paulie sucks." Sam Salinas says, "Paulie's the reason why Rocky goes broke in Rocky 5. Yeah, the restaurant.
Oh God.
Paulie, and yeah, Rocky. We'll pretend Rocky 5 never happened.
God, guess who showed up here? They just showed the man of the hour over in Dallas,
Let's see it.
in Jerry World.
Mess.
They're getting off the bus. It said, Messai has
Oh
arrived.
man, he's 5'8", right? I like him already because we're about the same height.
Has arrived at the stadium.
Very.
And look
very
at how,
cool.
the Alamo Dome could never.
Yeah, Gina would find a reason why not to have them there.
I don't like said player. I don't like said nation. Something happening.
Mario Cavazza says Mike loves the band Survivor. Well, the lead singer of Survivor sang the phrase "Real men of genius, Mr. Taco Salad Inventor." Yeah, that was the same guy.
Jeez.
By the way, we have to give some love to our other sponsor,
Oh yeah, we sure do.
PF Chang's La Cantera.
Go ahead and give them some love. And the lettuce wraps are delicious, by the way.
Most definitely.
P.F. Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of P.F. Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
Man, shout out to Fantastic job, helping to run the PF Chang's location at La Cantera. They do a fantastic job. I know that birthday parties are held there. I know that my sister is going to be using them for a baby shower.
Graduation parties are held there. My daughter's wedding dinner was held there. And we've had a lot of our friends actually, and family, people, acquaintances, and they've all had these events over at PF Chang's out in the patio area. So you're looking to host an event here, make sure you hit up Sean. They do a wonderful job out there.
By the way, we have some breaking news when it comes to the world of entertainment. Clive Davis, the famous music executive, has passed away.
Wow.
94 years old. Clive Davis, man. They call him the man with the golden ear because he could spot the next big thing when it comes to it all. So we're talking about, says the artists who achieved significant success through him include Pink Floyd, Sly and the Family Stone, Janis Joplin, Bruce Springsteen, Chicago, Aerosmith, Billy Joel, Donovan, the Bay City Rollers, Kenny Loggins, Ace of Base, Whitney Houston. One of the legends, man. Music mogul Clive Davis, dead at the age of 94.
No. He lived a long time.
Mm-hmm. Says other bands, other artists that he founded included Babyface and L.A. Reid. He founded LaFace Records with Babyface. They became the home of TLC, Usher, Outkast, Pink, and Tony Braxton, P. Diddy Combs, Notorious B.I.G., Craig Mack, Mace, Faith Evans, 112, LFO, Summer Girls. Let's leave LFO off the list. So Mario was saying earlier that he doesn't mind watching movies that are not factual. Right? He says he likes watching Rudy, even though Rudy's a piece of crap movie. I bring this up because I watched a movie over the weekend and I showed Chica it. And I hadn't
Oh.
seen it in like 10, 15 years. But for the most part, it is actual and factual, like TLC would say back in the day. I saw the movie The Rookie with Dennis Quaid about the high school teacher from West Texas
No.
who at the age of 35 became one of the oldest rookies of all time in Major League Baseball. You ever see that movie?
Which one?
It's called The Rookie
With Dennis Quaid?
with Dennis Quaid.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie, The Rookie. I have that one on DVD, actually.
Yeah, it has a little boy from 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Well, he was a little boy, but he was even smaller then.
Yeah, no, it was a good film, man, because he's that teacher. He's a teacher, right? And he decides he wants to try out again.
Right. Well,
To get in the league.
he practices with the team after a while,
Yeah.
and they show that he has a cannon of an arm. But he bets the team that if they win the district title for the first time in decades,
Yeah.
that he'll try out.
Yeah.
And the legend is that he threw 12 pitches at the tryout, and he had 3 different clocks.
Yeah, the radar.
Radars measuring, and all 12 pitches were 98 miles per hour, each single one of them.
Yeah.
And at 35, he gets called up to the minor leagues. He was somebody who, for those of you who don't know the story of Jim Morris, he's now a motivational speaker, but he had a bad arm,
Yeah.
and he made the single A ball when he was in his teens and early 20s, but he threw his arm out, became a teacher in West Texas, out like near San Angelo.
Yeah.
They win the district championship. He goes and tries out for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. The Rays pick him up, and he quickly goes from AA to AAA, and then he's a September call-up. And he played only like 20 games in his entire career, played 2 seasons or parts of 2 seasons. But what a great story, man. And that one's actually an actual and fact. Now, maybe not every scene of the movie is actual, but it's truthful as to what happened. Rudy's not. Cool Runnings is not.
Oh God, they're talking. Mario's talking about Rookie of the Year. That's the one with the kid that hurt his arm.
Yeah, the guy from
then it
American
healed.
Pie.
Yeah.
Harry Warren
Different
Gardner
movie.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
different-
Henry
different
Warren
movie.
Gardner.
Different movie. Hey man, check out the crowd, bro. That showed up, man. Over in Dallas. This is courtesy of Fox 4 News from Dallas. So the massive crowd of Argentinian fans, they're waiting to get into the Dallas Fan Fest and Fair Park.
Nice.
Dude, that's a sea of Argentinian fans, dude. They showed up in force today, dude. They're ready. I bet you
That's
there's so
amazing.
many people there. They're like, what do we do?
That's amazing, dude. I mean, I would like to go to an event like that, but then again, I wouldn't want to go to an event like that
Yeah.
because it's just, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just, I don't have the cheering fervor to enjoy that. You know, if it was a Spurs game, if it was a Saints game or a Longhorn or a UTSA football game, I probably would, but no. By the way, Clive Davis, going back to Clive Davis, he won 2 Grammys back in 2000 for producing the album of the year.
Yeah.
Did not realize he would produce this album. So if he died at 94 today, in 2000 he was in his late 60s. He produced the album Supernatural by Santana, which was, Santana had that collaboration. He had that he had Eric Clapton on there, Rob Thomas rather. Eagle Eye Cherry, Lauryn Hill was on there, CeeLo Green. Great album. Mana was also on that album.
Yeah.
I brought up Santana because, Chica and I said, when we come back from Europe, no more trips for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
We're done. Gotta start saving some more money. We bought a trip over the weekend.
Oh, man.
My sister called me up and was like, Michael, you want to go to Colorado? There's a concert going on over there. My brother-in-law was also in on it. So we're going to go watch Santana in concert at Red Rocks
Okay.
in August. I have Red Rocks. The only reason why I said yes was because Red Rocks is part of my bucket list items.
Okay.
So one of my bucket list items was going to the Roman Coliseum. Check mark. Chica and I went for our honeymoon a few weeks ago. Watching a concert at Red Rocks is also on my bucket list. I'm going to check that one off. So that's going to be in late August.
And I'm over here looking at maybe toying with the idea of going on a cruise in November.
Dude,
December.
cruises are worth it, man.
For a whole week, man. Looking to go into the Caribbean.
That's amazing.
Maybe. We'll see.
pay for the $400 for the drinking.
Oh yeah, all inclusive, bro. Yeah.
Don't cheap out on it.
Yeah. So I saw that, man. I was looking at pricings, and everything. It's not that bad.
It's not,
It's
man.
not that bad.
You add it all up, dude. Again, going to the Caribbean is the same price as going to Corpus.
It really is. At the end of the day, you're gonna leave from Galveston, right?
Right.
You're gonna leave from Galveston. They're gonna take you to the Caribbean. It depends on what part of Mexico you're going to and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the water's not caca brown.
Yeah.
It's beautiful
Go
water.
to Jamaica. Go to Dominican Republic. It's amazing times, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up the show again. Tomorrow is our NBA draft party. Sorry for the coffee, man.
Look at they're making fun of the way I say messy.
All the Polly sucks ones.
And they're saying that I messed up his name. So they tell me you say it Messai.
I don't know. Say messy.
They said messy or Messai, right? Somebody said say Mess-I. And then somebody says messy. So I say messy, and it's like, oh, you butchered his name. I say Messai, I butcher his name.
Right. It's like Ginobili. His name is not
What
Ginobili.
did he do?
There's nobody in the world named Ginobili.
Gino Beely.
Ginobili. Do you know what the worst one was? Dallas Mavericks back in the late 80s, early 90s. They had a superstar or an all-star named Mark Aguirre.
Yeah.
Aguirre's not his last name. It's Aguirre. It's Mark Aguirre. We know him as Mark Aguirre. Joe Theismann is another one, Joe.
Yeah.
His name is not Theismann. It's Theismann. Why does he go by Theismann? Because he was up for the Heisman Award. So they call him Theismann for Heisman.
Yeah, there's a lot of
more you
news
know.
coming in that's hot right now
Yeah,
about
what's going on?
the Giannis trade. There's still a heated race right now, again, between Miami and Boston. And it's saying that everybody's trying to figure out what's in the best interest, right? As far as trying to go ahead and acquire Giannis. Like, it's a hard decision to make, right? With the Bucks, because they're thinking hard about Jaylen Brown and what that looks like with the team over the course of the next couple seasons.
Right.
Or do they go with the Heat, like you were saying? And do they go ahead and just rebuild?
Well, the thing about having Jaylen Brown, it's easy to say take Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
because Jaylen Brown's an all-NBA player, right? But if you're going to get Jaylen Brown, you have to get his salary too. And that might be a little bit too much of a pill to swallow because
Yeah.
5-year, $304 million deals, what he has, Supermax that he has, $61 million annually, runs to the 2029 season. One way you can look at it and say that's $60 million a year for 4 years. Do I want to do that? The other way you can look at it is by saying, or 3 years. The other way you can look at it is by saying, well, at least we know we got him.
Yeah.
You know, at least we know we got him.
Look at this telling you. Mike, don't bring hantavirus to the party tomorrow, bro.
Well, show up and show that you love me, man. No, I feel like you know what it is, Joe? It's that fan.
The fan?
Yeah, whenever I have when I have my allergies, I have a fan and the wind hitting my
Mhm.
tonsils. Knocks me out.
Takes you out.
Another bout without a doubt.
All right. Well, we got to start bringing the show to an end because I got to get ready to log in here. Usually after a day off like we had on Juneteenth, and I log in for the first time on that computer, there's always some type of an update or something's
Yeah.
broken. I'm like, come on, man.
By tomorrow, we should know where Giannis is going. I doubt
Yeah.
that's going to be a trade that happens at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
No, it'll happen, I think, sometime either today or in the wee hours
Yeah.
of the morning.
I
they'll
bet
make
you
it
tomorrow
happen.
when we're doing the show, we'll know where he's going.
Yeah, we'll know for sure. Who knows, man? It could happen like in the context of the day itself. I think it's going to actually happen sometime today.
Yeah. I'll be back in studio tomorrow, Joe. Everyone have a fantastic day, and we'll be back tomorrow. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by P.F. Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio.
We'll see you boys tomorrow. Be safe. We're out of here.
Thank you for the super chats.
Peace.